So, Wally, you were saying that you did see white people get hired.
Yeah,
And why didn't they stay?
because they say the work was too hard, and it was hard. You had to do everything by hand. They had one boom truck. They had a gang in Devon, one in New Haven, one in Bridgeport. No, Devon, Bridgeport, Norwalk, Stanford, Largemont. If all us needed a rail, he'd come down the line. He'd load up 4 rails, 6 rails, drop one off at Bridgeport, South Norwalk, Stanford, Largemont, and then if he needed anything else, he used to put it closer to he couldn't, he couldn't go up the track. He set it just off the crossing. He'd come down with a 2-wheel dolly. And 8 men picked that rail up.
How much did that rail weigh, Wally? You remember? These were 39 foot rails.
Yeah, 140 pounds, 131, 32 pounds, 131 pounds. 8 men, 4 on each end. Pick it up. They used to pick it up and set it in the middle of the track. Then all of us used to get on one end, pick it up, and push the 2-wheel dolly down to the center. Then we got to walk it to the area and put it in. They had no boom truck. They had one boom truck, the whole district.
Whole line.
The whole line. And then after that, each division got a boom truck. They had one tamping machine, old tamping machine. They had production gang, but the local guys.
What year was that, Wally?
In 66.
66.
They had one tamping machine. We used to put in 3 or 4 tires on the road, then the gang had a tamping machine. And he used to hold the tires up and he tamped them. That machine that the production gang that he worked on, they'd get a new machine, they'd drop that old machine out, to go to the shop. Maybe the supervisor get it out the shop, bring it to his subdivision. That's what he used to tamp the tires, And then they put a new machine. Then after a while, the next supervisor got a machine. The next one got a machine. But they still had the production. But I didn't work on production. The only time I worked on production in the wintertime, when I got bumped. See, when the subdivision closed down.
So it's all a seniority issue. That's why you got bumped by a senior man.
I got bumped, and I had to go to Colton on the Hudson. No, I had to go to Hunts Point to hook up with production because I couldn't hold a job here. And then like if you on that side of Devon Bridge, you couldn't come across and bump over here.
Okay.
You had to stay over there. And then if you couldn't, they close down jobs over there, you had to go travel to a production, where the production was. They still was picking up tires, doing this. You hook up with them. See, I was operator. You couldn't say, I'll take a less job. If you did, you would lose your seniority.
Don't pound it.
You would lose your seniority.
Okay.
That's why I had to go down to Hunts Point Market in the wintertime.
Quite a place.
Yeah, I used to hook up with the guy from New Haven. Stop by Bridgeport, pick me up, and we go on down to the production because we couldn't hold a job.
That was a very long day.
We would leave 6 o'clock in the morning. We used to work 10 hours a day, 4 days a week.
Yeah.
That's how we worked, 4 days a week. And then after later on, uh, the tractor department had a boom truck. They used to do work for B&B with their boom truck. Later on, tractor department had two boom trucks. B&B had two boom trucks. Signal department had a boom truck. Now that's when white people started coming.
About what year was that, Wally?
I don't know when it started, but
80s?
I tell you what.
after after Metro North,
After Metro North.
yeah, that's when they started getting stuff. And we had a saw cut the rail. Had They had 4 men to carry it. That's how heavy it was.
Yes.
They had a drill, took 4 men to carry it. New York had another time I had to run my mouth. New York had a brazen saw. One man carried a brazen saw, one guy carried that stand that screw onto the rail and set the saw on. So they come over, New York come over doing some work, production, doing some work in my division, my subdivision. So I went to the guy, asked the guy, why they got a brazen saw? We got the saw that got to take 4 men to carry. Why we got to have that? Why can't we have that? So the first one we had, they lent it to us. That's the first saw they had. They had Barham them had a drill. Not him, but the rail gang still was a production gang. They had a rail gang and a tie gang. The rail gang had a drill, would drill 3 holes at a time. We drill 1 hole at a time, 4 men carried at a time. And then they got us a drill that they clamp it on, screw it onto the rail, and drill 2 holes. And see that another time, And then they used to come down, the boss come down to patrol their branch. They had bridge plates on their trucks. So I asked him, I said, now, I went to the big guy out of New York. I said, your behind is better than ours? Just like that. I said, why you got bridge plate? We on the branch. You got to get over to the handle on the side of that truck and put your feet up high enough. You standing down in there, get your feet up in that truck. If your hand slip, you got to break your neck falling backwards down a hill. I said, why we don't have no bridge plate on our trucks? So, okay, here I go again. They say, take this truck up there to Cronin and Hudson and tell them to put bridge plates on. Then after then, they started buying trucks with with steps on. Before, they didn't. That's another time I run my mouth. And another time, they put 2 filters on the water, make ice. You couldn't see the black pebbles in that ice. But once it melts, you look in the bottom of that pail, got a lot of black pebbles. I told us, a region in there, I say, look, we drink that. How do you know? I say, don't you look in the bottom of that pail. Look at that ice. You don't see no black pebbles in that ice. But let it melt, I see them little black pebbles.
Where was the ice machine that wasn't working right?
No, they put 2 filters on it,
Oh,
trying to say it. Oh, the filter would stop any trash coming down through the water. I said, not doing the job. He said, we got 2, but still not doing the job. Barham and them had bottled water out of New York.
That's where that's one thing I liked about New York.
See,
Things move a little better there.
yeah, but see what happened, just like I said, the president of the railroad coming down from New York to inspect the work that we're doing on the Waterbury branch, or the Danbury branch, one of them. When he come down, I said, I want to see him when he come down. I walked up to him. I said, sir, would you mind taking a walk with me? Oh, hey, you a troublemaker.
He said you were a troublemaker.
No, that's what the guys are saying. I said,
Oh, the guys.
yeah, I said, look in that pail there. I took the top off. See all the little black pebbles in that bottom of that water can? We drink that. Not out of that, but if we get the ice and eat the ice, we eat them pebbles. Why can't we get bottled water? This gang got it. That we was working with the guy out of New York. See, when the production gang come in, they send so many from the subdivision to work with these guys, prepping work for them. So I said, why can't we get bottled waters too, like they got it? He said, okay, tell your supervisor to send a truck on the Croton on the Hudson and get some. That's how we started with the water. Everything we got, we had to go through Croton on the Hudson.
Go to the chambers.
After, other words, New York think Connecticut, even today, New York think Connecticut is not part of what's going on.
That's true.
Right now, they got all these trucks parked. I used to complain when I was working. Why none of them registered in Connecticut? New York, New Jersey. The truck go to bed in Connecticut. Why none go with Connecticut plates? And we part of this thing. Even today, the guy lived up there on the street before he get to my house. He was a supervisor down in New York, or the signal. On his truck is New York plates. They said where the truck go to bed at, supposed to have the state plate on. But they still ain't got it. I still ain't complaining. Just like, remember, I had retired when that Twin Tower got bombed down in New York.
Yes.
The governor of Connecticut said he wants all the flag to fly half-mast because the people that got killed down there. I come to Bridgeport and I asked, Tony was the supervisor. I said, Tony, why the flag not fly half-mast? I said, you don't have to tell me, I know why. You ain't got nothing but strings up there. He said, I called Croton on the Hudson and told him to send me 2 flags so to put on the pole so they'd fly half-mast. Okay. So I asked the timekeeper, I said, would you give me the number of the president of the railroad downtown? I said, he come on there. I said, ma'am, I don't mean no harm, but I want to run something by you that I just got a wind of. We just had lost so many people down in New York from Connecticut. The government want, in New York too, want the flag fly half-mast. Bridgeport headquarters ain't got none. They got strings. I said, I asked the supervisor why these flags not fly half-mast for our men and women that got killed in the Twin Towers. He told me that Croton on the Hudson to hell with Bridgeport. That was Thursday or Friday. I went by there Monday. Tony told me, say, I don't know what you said to him, to the president of the railroad office. Monday morning, two guys come down from Croton and Hudson with two flags, put two new flags up there. See, that type of person I was.
That's the type of person you are, not was.
Yeah.
You're still the same person.
Yeah, but I'm just saying right now, I don't need to say that now because I'm not involved.
No,
But
you're retired, but
yeah.
you're still that same person.
Yeah, but see, like I said, if I think we should have something there, because I'm retired, I still know who to contact and get something did, you know.
So, Mr. Barham, we're going to wrap this up. Tell me a little about your career. Were you happy?
I was happy. I can tell you, I loved my job. It was. I wish I was working now. If it didn't change with the young guys coming out there so lazy, I would never retire because I got.
Even though you were outside, did you like working
I
outside?
love working outside. And
Did you like working outside when you first come on the railroad?
No. But I was getting paid to laugh. You tell Wally, wasn't you had the most fun on the railroad when the guys, with the guys you work with? We had more laughed out there than anything, man. But I can tell you what, the worst job I ever had out there was bumping rail. Remember them puller pots, Wally?
Yeah.
And we had to take the rail and bump all, boom, boom. You hear that rail without a track. You hear them joints. Well, that was strange. Did you like that, Wally?
I like anything long they pay me.
Shoot, that was rough. Well,
I don't care what I did long they pay me.
That was rough. I didn't like that bumping rail. Boom.
Because of the solid hit, it went right through you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, you're supposed to use your head.
Yeah.
You don't hold it tight when you bump. Because when you do,
Right.
You're supposed to just hold it. Once you pull it back, then when it comes, your hand is right.
Yeah, you just ride it.
Yeah, but if you hold it, you're going to feel it. If you're riding, you don't feel it.
Yeah.
That's the difference. See, everybody still hold it.
Yeah, that real.
They hold it tight.
Yeah.
See, that's what happened to him. He never turned it loose. But see, if you pull it back and let it go back by itself, you got it.
Yeah.
Just hold it like that. You don't. When you pull back, you got to use your head.
Yeah.
The same thing with a sledgehammer. When I started with the sledgehammer, 16-pound hammer. I had to do it 4 hours and go to lunch and come back and do it 4 more hours. The 16-pound. I didn't like a spike mold because if you got to hit it 3 times if you don't hit it right. Because they had the creeper made like that. If you don't hit it direct in the middle, one side will go on, then you got to hit this side, then you hit it in the middle again to get it. But the sledgehammer, boom. See, I got a hip to it. If you pick it like this, it's working your muscles. But you rotate. Let it roll. All I tell the guy, we working together, you put the creep on for me. I don't do this. Then a lot of them do. Why you do it so easy? Because I roll with it. I roll. I don't pick it up. See, once you start it, it'll go by itself. All you do is guide it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. When you work, you got to be smart about it.
Work smart.
Yeah, that's what it did. I got a 16-pound hammer. I was supposed to take it over there yard and get a handle put in it. Think about it. I found it in some scrap that somebody gave me. I think that's what I did for a time.
I didn't mind the hammer, but I see a lot of guys, the hammer beat them up. You know.
They ain't got no, you know what they got now? They went from 16 to 12 to 8.
8 pound?
That's what they use now. 8 pounds. Ain't much bigger than a spike mold.
Wow.
But not me. I couldn't have it. Too much work. See, because you got to hit it 3 times. Every once in a while, I could hit it straight in the middle. And see, the spike mold by like that. And you got to hit it like this. You got to hit it direct. If you hit it on the corner, and then you got to hit this side, bring it back, and then you hit this, and that's it.
That's a good haircut.
And in the last full year I worked, I left home on Saturday. I didn't come back to the next Sunday.
Where were you working out of?
Bridgeport.
So you just stayed there?
I went on time and a half on Saturday. Sunday. Saturday 12:01. I went on time and a half. I stayed on time and a half all day, all 8 hours, 16 hours, 8 hours straight time, 16 hours time and a half, 8 hours, 16.
This was during a snowstorm?
Yep. And then and when I finished, I had 150 hours, 140 hours. 1 week.
1 week.
How in the world could you get it? I just told you. I went on time and a half, 16 hours, 8, 16 hours, 32, and then, and then 4 o'clock, I went back on time and a half, 4:01, till 8 o'clock the next morning, 16 again. That's how I got that 97 hours time.
As long as they paid you, you